Hello everybody, Martin here. Just wanted to do a quick video update about some recent issues I've had with my Phantom app. Excuse the crudeness of this video, I'm literally just holding my GoPro up here in the kitchen. This is my Phantom 3 Advanced setup, the one you see doing all the ship chases. Basically what happened was last week, over the weekend rather, I had up to do a bit of drone filming before sunset. For anyone who doesn't know, the app I have on my Phantom tablet is actually one of the very old apps. I've never updated it. I found a system I really like with a good app and some of the older firmware. I found my drone had no issues with connections. I was able to do long range flying. It was a perfect system. And I know there's a lot of issues if you update the app or update the firmware, you can have problems arising, and I know I've read a lot about it online. So when I found a system I liked, I stuck to it. I never updated it since, and it was an excellent system, and that has kept me going. Well, I've had this drone now for about 2 3/4 years, so I'd say I'd have this app on it for maybe 1.5 of those years. The same app, never let me down, absolutely fantastic. So I have it on this here tablet. I can set up on location. I never change anything on this tablet. It's used specifically for flying the drone only, and I never have it switched on or activated to the internet Wi-Fi, so there's nothing I could change it, you know. So I set up a tablet, got ready to fly. I got an error come up on the app I've never seen before, something about a map error, something like that. I've never seen it anyway before, and the DJI app stopped working. It shut down automatically. I've been in and out repeatedly over and over again trying to power up and get into the app, and it was the same problem. I literally could not get into the camera at all. The app was useless. I was grounded on top of a mountain hoping to get a flight in, and I was really frustrated and annoyed by it. I don't know how the app became ruined like that or corrupted. It's beyond me, I don't know. So I shut down, and luckily I had another tablet with me. I have another tablet here. You're probably asking, why do I have 2 tablets for flying? This is actually my dad's tablet. He's a Phantom 3 as well, which he hasn't used in a long time, so I just borrowed this as a backup system. But by pure chance I haven't updated the latest DJI GO app onto this device a few days earlier, because I was anticipating needing it in the future if I upgrade the drone. So I wanted to test it out. So I had it on there all set up. I plugged it and powered up the drone, and of course it wouldn't work either. Apparently I needed to sign in free Wi-Fi to the DJI account, and I had no Wi-Fi on location, so I couldn't fly. I was grounded. I was completely gutted. Two tablets, 2 different apps, and I couldn't even fly. One was a freak incident, and the other one was probably me not setting this up properly. But by pure chance my drone mate came along, I was flying with a lot, he got me connected to the Wi-Fi, and after a lot of messing around and downloading, I managed to get in the air for a quick flight, by which time the light had dropped anyway, so there was no value to it, but it was a learning lesson. However, I thought I was in the green ready to go, and the next day I got up, switched on the new app, wouldn't work. I got into it worked okay, but once I got into the camera screen to select your drone, which drone you're using, everything was greyed out. So I clicked on the camera and got in, and all I got was a black screen. I literally couldn't see the camera on the screen. The drone wasn't recognised, none of the buttons would work. And I uninstalled it, reinstalled it. I formatted the memory cards on the drone and on the tablet. I did it through everything. I upgraded the firmware. It wouldn't work. I couldn't figure out what was wrong. It was doing my head, and I was so angry with the whole thing. But then I came up with 2 solutions. One of them was a solution I seen online from the DJI forums, and the other one was a solution from my mate who I fly with a lot. So I'm going to share these with you now in case you run into this problem. So if you have downloaded the latest app and you find it turns black on you, you can't get into the camera or you can't recognise your drone, first do one of 2 things. I'm on obviously an Android tablet here, so I'm going to show you this. Okay, so we're on to the main DJI page here in the app. Ignore all this stuff here. Click on the settings tab up here. And you'll come to this here. You need this selected. Enable USB developer option, USB debugging.
make sure this is selected. This is very important. This can actually make the difference in your tablet working or the app working and not working. Also, when you're starting off fresh, clear your cache as well, but have that USB debugging selected. That was one issue it needs that to help the situation, but it didn't fix the entire thing for me. I was still getting the black screen. So go back on the equipment. Okay, here's the other solution. This is the one my mate told me. If in doubt, you're completely desperate, it's still not working, you need to rebind your aircraft with the RC remote. And to do that, go back to the app again. Please excuse this crudity. Into the app, go to linking RC here. You press OK and follow the instructions. I'll go out of that because I don't want to redo that. You may have 50 or 60 seconds to do this. Once the timer starts and starts a countdown, so you need to get this realigned before the countdown finishes. So while that's doing that, you get a pen or something sharp. Go to this side of the drone. See the green light flashing? That means my drone is paired to the RC perfectly. There's good connection, so it's green. But if it's red, you know the two aren't paired. So what you do is there's a little hole in here beside the light. Use a pen and you push that in and hold it for a few seconds and then let go. Then your RC will be paired and that light will turn green. Once I did that, I got the whole camera view like this here. It activated within seconds. So everything seems to be working perfectly. So I've updated the app on both tablets, double checked my firmware, and I also updated the battery firmware. But everything seems to be working. But I haven't been able to fly outside yet because the weather's very bad. It's going to be very windy for the next couple of weeks. But anyway, from what I can see indoors, it seems to be working. I can see through the camera. All the buttons are activated. There are no obvious issues. So I'm pleased with that result. So if you ever in that situation, check your USB debugging on the app and rebind your aircraft to the RC using that technique. Very simple and it works, so I hope that helps. Also, one more thing too, this may not be that important for many people because modern day tablets have a lot of space on them, good memory, but I found whenever you're recording video and images, especially video, your drone will automatically cache those video clips at a lower resolution onto your tablet. That way you can preview it afterwards, and or even if you lost your drone, you can get some footage back from it. But I find back in the earlier stages of flying the P3A and this setup I found whenever I had that cache activated, it was actually slowing down how fast my tablet was processing, and I was actually getting a slight lag on my video feed on the FPV. So for anyone who doesn't know, I would recommend deactivating that cache because it's not necessary. Because you only have to, once you download all your footage, you'll have to go in and clear it off your tablet anyway, so you're giving yourself two jobs to do, so it's not really worthwhile. But let's see if I can find it here. There. In the aircraft tab, you see cache locally when recording. That'll automatically be on green. Slide the tab across and deactivate that, and then clear your video cache. And go back out again. I find that helps me anyway. I don't know if it works for the P4s or the Mavics. Maybe a different setup, they probably work fine, or maybe you have a brilliant tablet with a lot of memory on it, fast processor, so it's not necessary. But if you do have any lag or issues with your tablet being a bit slow, clear that cache, deactivate it because you don't need it, and also go in and remove any apps or unnecessary images or video you have in your tablet which are not related to the DJI app. Just clear it out completely, only keep what you need. That's why I keep a tablet specifically for flying only and nothing else. So after I did that, I find I have a very good connection, and my lagging well, not really worth talking about, so I'm happy enough it's safe and good to use. So that's pretty much it. Just wanted to run that by you anyway. Just a reminder, anyone on here, this is my YouTube channel. Subscribe if you enjoy the videos. I do a lot of drone filming, landscapes. I love drone filming, stormy weather like snow scenes and thunderstorms, coastal areas. But as you know, if you've been following me for a while, I'm big into filming marine vessels. I love doing the ships. It's great fun and very challenging, so it uses up a lot of my, well, let's just say I put the Phantom through a lot of challenging conditions, and I've got to know it very well because of that. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to get back to doing other things here, but I just wanted to thank you all for watching the videos. Thanks for subscribing, and I'm glad you enjoy the videos, and thanks for watching my recent one there, which was about the vlog chasing the tanker and strong winds and the kind of issues you have to deal with on location. I kind of wish sometimes I could capture the strength of the wind or the feel of the wind and the sound of it whenever we're out on these locations flying in challenging conditions, because when you watch the video afterwards, the gimbal's so good, you wouldn't think it was that nasty, you know, but it's a different story in reality. So maybe I'll do more of those vlogs in the future, some stage. Not all the time, it's very time consuming, but anyway, thanks for watching. Part 2 of that video will be coming along later this week. It's not a vlog as such, but I go out and get this tanker again when it's leaving, and I get it successfully in much better conditions, so I was happy about that. But you'll get to watch it. I think it's Thursday night I'll have it on. Oh yeah, one more thing before I go. I want to do a shout out to Shaun from YouTube channel Expat In Mazarron. He's an excellent YouTube channel and a really nice guy. He flies the Phantom 3s, the Phantom Standard, the Phantom 3 Advanced, and he has a mate Stevie who has the Mavic. They do a lot of testing of these drones over in Spain. They do epic video footage of the incredible terrain out there, the old abandoned mines and salt mills. Absolutely fantastic footage. He's a really nice guy to boot, and he runs a live show every Sunday night on YouTube, which I do watch. Just wanted to do a shout out to him. He's been in and his channel is enjoyable, it's fun, it's informative, it's relaxing and thrilling all at the same time. And not only that, he's a genuinely nice guy, and he's been supporting my channel too for a long time, commenting on my videos, which I appreciate a lot, Shaun. So just wanted to give a shout out to him. Check him out, nice guy.